Hi everyone. I wanted to take just a couple more minutes to talk about something that I didn't talk about in my observations video, and that is your works cited page for your comparison contrast film analysis. I am asking you to put the works cited of the two films that you are analyzing at the end of this paper. And I want to go over the formula or the format that you'll need to use in order to cite a film appropriately. Formula or format of a of citing a film can be found in your Little Seagull Handbook on page 154, and they are numbers 43 and 44. One is for citing a DVD if you actually watched a DVD, or the ever popular growing streaming option. And I just wanted to show you guys and talk through that for a quick second. So if you are citing a DVD, you watched it from a DVD, you would put the title of the film in italics because film titles are always italicized, directed by, and you have to have this word or phrase directed by because it indicates the role of the director, who's responsible for kind of directing it. The first and last name of the director, comma, production studio, comma, and the date that it was released, right? So that's as easy as it can be, simple as can be, how to do a DVD. If you streamed the source, everything here that I just mentioned is the same, except after the date, you would include the streaming service. So if you watched it on Netflix, you would put Netflix. If you watched it on Amazon Prime, whichever streaming service that you use, Hulu, I don't know, there are so many of them out there. If you streamed it from a streaming service, you would put whichever one it is here, and that would also be italicized, followed by the URL or the website, and then the phrase accessed, and then the day that you watched it, month and year. So if I watched my films today on my works cited page, I would have all of this, and then accessed, what's today? 24th? 24th June 2021. Right, so that in a nutshell is how you're going to cite your films for your final draft. The other thing that I want to mention, a number of you are using outside sources, and that's not a requirement, but should you choose to use outside sources, you would want to cite them appropriately based on their medium. And while your films don't necessarily need to be put parenthetically into your the body of your paper, because everything that you say is coming directly from those films, you don't need to necessarily put that intertextually. If you are citing something specific from another medium, you would want to make sure that you have your citations both on a works cited and your parenthetical in-text citations, and that should correspond to something in your works cited. So, and what I mean by medium, just by the type of source. If you're citing something from a website, you would want to cite it as a work from a website. If you are citing something, a book, a film, or whatever, most of them that I saw that you guys were using were works from websites. So cite them appropriately in both your the body of your paper in the parenthetical in-text citations, and we talked about this week, and then the parenthetical in-text citations need to be correspond to something in your works cited page. If you use outside sources other than the films, if it's in your works cited page, there needs to be a parenthetical in-text citation that corresponds to that. So keep that in mind. That is all I have for you in terms of formulating your citation for your film. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concern, and I'll be happy to help you.